Hey guys, I know it's been a very long time, but yeah, been busy. But yeah, as we all know and are very aware of and kind of anxiously aware of, that A Nightmare on Elm Street is coming out tomorrow. Now, I just wanted to take the time to like discuss it, you know, and just go over what we might expect or what can happen, you know. So, if you're thinking right now, am I excited or am I not? I don't really know what to say. What are on those lines? I'm excited in a way that I like the new kind of very not very dark but darker Freddy. I'm excited in those terms. I'm excited to see, even though CGI doesn't really belong in horror, but the CGI effects for the nightmares, I think that is the most exciting part for a Nightmare on Elm Street movie in this day and age when CGI is so good. Because don't we always just want to see the how far they and how much imagination they can bring into the nightmares, especially now where almost anything on screen is possible. Okay, so let me take you back. So when I first heard about this, first saw the trailer, I was very disappointed, and it shows that everybody else was, because of the test screening that didn't go over well with the fans, and of course Freddie's voice. But anyway, oh shit, hold on. Sorry, I had a low battery and I didn't want to get this video to get cut off. But anyway, it was, needless to say, really not that exciting to see that, especially the whole Freddy, opening up his thing, looking like he's in a Watchmen trailer right now. Like Jackie Earl Haley thinks that he's still doing Watchmen or he's doing Watchmen 2, and no one told him. you know. But anyway, after that, I feel like New Line is feeling very desperate right now. I mean, it did let out 7 clips within this week or these 2 weeks. I'm not really sure. I haven't been keeping track of it simply because I've kind of lost faith in it. But it seems really desperate to me for them to let out 7 clips. I mean, I've never really seen a movie do that before. I mean, I know movies let out like at least 2, 3 clips, unless it has a high fan base or whatever. Well, not like that, but I'm just saying, like, movies usually let out 3 clips or so. I mean, Twilight doesn't count because Twilight gives out clips like fucking crazy because these ravenous fans will eat anything up, basically. But anyway, Twilight doesn't count in this case. I get the feeling that New Line is stuck, very desperate, because I feel like they might have something original and different to offer, but they're scared they might get swallowed up by the failure of Halloween 2. Well, not really a failure, but not as good. And the basic failure on creativity with Friday the 13th. Now, both of those movies, even though I love Halloween 2, you could say that was like a little bit of a box office failure. And Friday the 13th was just a failure to the fans. And I think they look at it that way. And so they say, well, okay, we can't be too original. That's Halloween 2 side. Or else we're going to fail on that way. And okay, we can't be too, let's just pay an homage to every moment in every movie sort of way. Or else the fans are going to hate us, And I feel like they're trying to say, like, yo, we're not doing that. Give us a chance or whatever. I feel like that's what they're trying to say. Because remember, 2 big horror titans came out before this, and people are already tired of it. So they're running basically against the wall. Well, they're backed up against the wall on who's going to go see this. Who is doing this? Anyway, that's how I look at it, and I think that's very fair to what they probably are saying to themselves and the reason why they let out so many clips. But let's look at it this way. Nightmare on Elm Street, the reason why I like the movies more than I do Friday the 13th movies is because they always have main characters that are like a girl's girl, a woman's woman. You know, Nancy, all of them, they always have this character development. Although it doesn't seem like these movies have a lot of character development, but it's just with what they do. You know, they never really have, you know, like Friday the 13th, all the movies, they're just so formatted. And the Halloween movies never really have that much character development in general. And then, well, the original Halloween movies. And then the Halloween, the remake came out with just no real character development for Laurie's part anyway. So it's like she just developed overnight into a crazy maniac. Now, I'm not complaining about that because I kind of like that. But anyway, I always felt like such a connection. Like automatically you can connect to Nancy. I mean, there's so much in the original movie. The hate, just like you can feel it. Like just she's just a normal girl. Her mom doesn't understand her. She's a fucking alcoholic. The father who barely pays attention to her. Sort of stuff like that. Like little subtle things like that make you want to root for her and believe in her. At the same time, you still see that she's just a normal girl, but she got a little bit pissed off. Like Freddie decided to come around on the wrong time of the month, sort of thing. But yeah, now discussing the girl who's playing Nancy. I've seen her in that Urban Legends movie she did. I barely even remember her, but yeah, whatever. I feel like she's like has that plain Jane, girl's girl, goth sort of emo look to her. So I'm happy with that. And the guy they paired her up with, that guy, the guy who plays Quentin, the guy who looks like he's about to cry in the trailer. I felt like that was a great pair up because they both look very emo and they look like they want to go slit their wrists together. Not paying any, not dissing any emos out there because I used to be one, but, but yeah, they just look like that, which I thought was perfect to pair them up together. They actually cast it appropriately, except for that Chris bitch. I don't know if that's her name, but that's what she plays, the blonde girl. She just sticks out in the trailer, and I felt like that was a lot of kind of false advertising, because for a little bit there, since I wasn't paying no mind to this movie, because in the beginning, you know how much ass it sucked, and I'm not alone here. I did not look and see, well, I thought the blonde chick was Nancy. I mean, for God's sake, she appears in the trailer, like how much, like damn. And then I come to find out that this chick is Nancy. I didn't even notice her in the fucking trailer. I'm like, where'd you come from? And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm putting it together now. That sort of thing. I kind of understand it more, seeing the scenes and knowing who's who. I'm understanding what's going on. So I have better expectations for it. But anyway, sorry, excuse me. I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to go on to the next video, just going into it on what I think to expect and other things that are running through my mind and things that are probably running through your mind as a fan, So I'm going to go to the next video so I don't just rumble on and get cut off. So yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 2, where I will discuss perhaps what will go on in the movie, what will happen if the movie actually went balls out, and the worry that is in my heart for this film. So yeah, so I will be back with part 2.